Hello again, and thanks for joining us on this part 3 of Tag Along. Yes, we're in a different location to the last time. I hope you did enjoy the Colditz Museum and the Colditz Castle. Today we're in a slightly different location. We're actually in Poland. It once was Germany until after the war, and then Poland got its land back. So yeah, we're currently in Poland, and we're visiting this forest, or more to the point, what was here back in 1943. So we're at a German prisoner of war camp called Stalag Luft III, which is famous, or what was made famous, by a film called The Great Escape. And we've come here as part of our European tour to see this line of curb edgings, but it was what was part of an underground tunnel called Harry. So we're going to have a look around this area and see what we can see, and I'll try to tell you the story the best I can, because we visited the museum yesterday, which is very good, very basic, but you know, you get the gist. So yeah, let me try to explain then. This is a German watchtower behind me, and the barbed wire for the perimeter fence would have run somewhere along this line. The road, what we're seeing here, has always been here, and you've got the line of trees to the other side. Now, in the film, the prisoners dug a tunnel. I think it's 102 meters long, and they anticipated that they would actually pop up in the tree line. But what happened is they just actually popped up just the other side of the road, which were a little bit of a boo-boo on the tunnelling and the measuring part of it. But obviously they couldn't get to that part. They had to estimate the distance from way back over here. So this would have been a little bit of a no man's land. We'll then go through the gate into what was the North Compound. So the North Compound used to house air servicemen, and obviously if you're tunnelling from this area here, you've got to stand at the barbed wire fencing, if you like, and estimate the distance to those trees. And that's a little bit of a distance what they did get wrong. But anyway, so let's push on to cabin 104 that they all escaped from. 76 escaped in total, with only 3 actually making it to safety. 50 in total were actually shot. Now, some were actually shot trying to escape, and some were actually brought back here, and it is said under direct orders of Adolf Hitler, they was taken into the woods around here and shot. Some singly, some in pairs. So yeah, 76 escaped. Only 3 actually made it to safety. 50 of them was actually shot or executed, and the rest either came back here or some actually went back to Colditz. So yeah, You call it the Great Escape because of the number of people what actually did escape, but then when you look at actually the number of people what got up back to safety, it was only 3. So very sad, a very sad story. So this is hut 104, what we actually now, this is marked with these corner pillars. Got one there, and we've got a couple back in that direction. So the tunnel was actually started from underneath the fireplace. It went down approximately 9 meters. Now they had to go that deep because the sand or the soil is very sandy, and this area just around here has been used for military camps and training, prison camps, for around about 200 or 300 years, even going back to Napoleon times. So what's that, 1700s? Prison camps, First World War and Second World War was actually here. So yeah. Right, we're gonna show you, I'm gonna walk further back and we can see some other items back here. Like I said, there's not much to see here. That's Tunnel Harry, which they decided to use in the end. There was 3 escape tunnels. Tom and Dick, and they were actually from cabins over in this direction, but they actually went out towards, I'm going to say the west. But what happened were that they'd already started tunnelling, and they then extended the prison camp to another prison camp over there. So the tunnels were actually going underneath another prison camp. So yeah, 2 tunnels, Tom, Dick, and they eventually used Harry. So we're going to walk back here and see what's back this way. So this, although it looks like a swimming pool, it was actually filled with water. And I do believe that the prisoner did use it for swimming in. Whether that were, whether they had permission to do that or not, I don't really know. But the water was here basically for if the any of the cabins or huts caught fire, then they had a water source to actually put out the fires. So. Right, we're going to push on further back because in this back corner there's the theatre. So in the POW camps, the prisoners tried to keep themselves occupied, and one of the things they did was stage plays, musicals and so on. So part of the Red Cross parcels, they used to get things, daft as it sounds, like makeup, paints for painting, needles, cotton, and occasionally the odd bit of material. They did have to barter with some of the guards to get certain items. But yeah, basically they were trying to keep themselves occupied, and one of the things they did were performed plays and theatre productions. So coming up to here then we can see we've got another information board, and this is marked up as the theatre, which is right at the back end of the north compound. This is the north compound here, and you can see we've got a picture of the brass band. This is what the theatre did actually look like back in the day, and this is a theatre action. So moving over to where the theatre sat, I'm looking here as if there's some steps going up here. So this maybe was the main entrance, and then you can see the ground is sloping down where the stage would have been. I'm not quite sure where the stage where those trees were, maybe. We've got 2 side entrances here, one just here and one at the other side. Yes, here we have it. So this is the stage where some of those performances were made. So whilst I'm making my way back to the tunnel now, back toward the road, just a few hundred yards to my left is a memorial to Napoleon, and there's a memorial there. As Napoleon was leaving Russia, he lost 100 men here. So yeah, so like I say, this area is being used for military exercises and military camps for a long time. There's also a current in the area. You know, there's American troops here, there's Polish troops. You see them driving around through the villages. So I do believe, looking at Google Maps, when you look back over my shoulder there a few miles, you will see that there's a military exercise area. So and you can see, you know, they must run around there with tanks and trucks and God knows what, but yeah. And a few hundred meters to my right was one of the more successful escapes from this prison camp, which was the Trojan horse. So there's not much up there to see, but that was actually more successful than the Great Escape. Right, okay, we're just about back at the entrance to the tunnel, and I'll tell you a little bit more. So this is the entrance to Harry. As you can see, we've got names of the escapees all on top. The names in black are the people that got executed or shot trying to escape. The names in green are the escapees that did escape. Like I said, there's only 3 of them. And the ones in blue are the people that got returned either to here or Colditz or to some other prison camp. On the 24th, 25th of March 1944, it had been snowing, and early hours of the morning the prisoners got ready to escape, and they broke through the ground. Now, like I say, they were expecting to break through a little bit further back, but as you can see from where they came out, it was just in the tree line, just at the start of the tree line, sorry. And it had been snowing, and 76 of them actually got out, and a German prison guard was actually walking along this road when he actually noticed the footsteps leading from a dark patch. He saw the footsteps running off into the forest, so he actually shot his rifle, sounded the alarm, and they actually caught 4 escapees actually still down in the tunnel. So like I said, 76 actually escaped. 50 of them was either shot escaping or rounded up afterwards with the Gestapo and taken off into these woods here and shot singly or in pairs. down to the orders of Adolf Hitler. Only 3 escaped, and the rest of them were either sent back to the camp here, or sent to Kolditz, or sent to other prison camps. So a great escape, but yet when you look at the the numbers what actually did escape, only 3, it's very sad. But it's great to come and see these sort of places, and last week we saw Kolditz, this week Stalag Luft III, and I'm very honoured and proud to be here, and I'm really glad that you're watching this video, and I've brought you guys along with us too. So please comment down below. I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of an outing in Poland, and until next time, thanks for watching everybody.